Consider the following statements. Subsidies prevent the market from influencing the price of a subsidized good. Second statement, subsidies do not allow prices to indicate the actual supply of a good. So here the topic is subsidy. Subsidy is also a very important topic from economy, from a static economy, and subsidies are always in news also. So the answer is, first statement is wrong and the second statement is correct. Why? See, first statement is wrong because if you see the statement carefully, subsidies prevent the market. The word is prevent the market from influencing the price. So it is not always true, because many services such as kerosene, fertilizers, educational services, LPG are all subsidized by the government. These are all kerosene subsidy or fertilizer subsidy. These are all subsidized by the government, but yet the market is free. The market is free to determine its prices. It will not prevent it. Fine. Okay. So it is different matter to what the consumer pays in the end, but the fact is that the actual prices is decided by the market. See, if you are getting a subsidy, the government gives you a subsidy, it's okay, but it will not prevent or influence the price in the market. There is always a market price. Okay. Second statement is correct because the subsidies do not allow prices to indicate the supply of a good. If you see carefully, when electricity and water are provided at a subsidized rate or for free, they will be used wastefully without any concern, because this is a disadvantage of subsidies. When you get anything free of cost, so there is wastage of resources. But if the price was instead higher, consumption would be prudent and value the goods scarcity. If price high, so obviously we will be prudent, right, and will value the scarcity. So it will allow the subsidies do not allow prices to indicate the supply of a good. So this statement is correct. Third question. Third question, which of the following steps the government or the RBI can take to reduce inflation? First, imposing restrictions on the export of pulses and oilseeds, increasing stock limits under the Essential Commodities Act, or by increasing cash reserve ratio. So this is also a topic from inflation. Now, if you impose restrictions on the export, of pulses and oilseeds, so will it reduce inflation? Yes, it will reduce. Why? The reason is, when you impose restriction on export, so the supply will be increasing for the domestic market. Okay, when the supply will increase, so obviously the prices will reduce, because when you stockpile something, or when you increase the stock limits, when you hoard something, the prices increases. But here the supply is increasing because you are putting a restriction on the exporting part. So obviously the goods will be available in the domestic market. So the supply will increase. When the supply will increase, so the inflation will be reduced. So statement 1 is correct. Now what about increasing stock limits under Essential Commodities Act? When you increase the stock limit, it means you are hoarding something. When you are hoarding something, it will increase the prices. So it will not reduce inflation, it will increase inflation. So 2 is wrong. So if 2 is wrong, so the answer is 1 and 3. So third statement is a very easy statement. By increasing cash reserve ratio, that is CRR, it is also a part of the monetary policy tools. When you increase CRR, means the banks have to park more money with the RBI. So obviously they will increase the interest rates for the public, normal people. So if they increase the interest rates, so money will be sucked out from the economy. Fine. So it will also reduce inflation. So 1 and 3 are correct. So here is the explanation which I explained now. It is clearly mentioned. You can go through it. Next.